Hey guys, I'm about to head to the gym soon, but before I do, I want to make a quick video in regards to wrist pain when weightlifting. So I noticed that one of my friends recently had their hand in a wrap essentially because they sprained their wrist while bench pressing, which is extremely common during weightlifting, no matter how long you've been doing it. From like, especially if when you first start out, your bones and your tendons, your ligaments haven't strengthened yet to the point where they're resilient. Well, my first recommendation is get wrist wraps, and second is to focus on your technique. Make sure you're using the bulldog grip that you're. Hold on, let me set this down on my dashboard real quick. So make sure you're holding the bar diagonally across the palm where your structural integrity can support the weight of the bar. But my last recommendation is something that most people don't know. Don't take that ibuprofen, don't take that aspirin. You want inflammation. Acute inflammation is what's going to help you heal. It's there for a reason. It's your body's mechanism for increasing blood flow to support nutrients, oxygen, send it to an appropriate location, and take away the waste products, away carbon dioxide and other waste products out. You need acute inflammation. In fact, Mark Ripito himself, he's one of the most popular strength coaches in the world, mentions an experiment he did one day when he was experiencing elbow tendonitis. He went and did like a bajillion, he purposely did a bajillion chin-ups and pull-ups just to purposely aggravate that elbow that was already aggravated, and the inflammation got worse, and he didn't do anything, and within a couple of days, all the inflammation, the tiny irritation, and the giant inflammation that he created went away, and he didn't have experienced any more elbow pain. What you don't want is chronic inflammation. That's when you can take the ibuprofen, the aspirin, but that shouldn't even be an issue if you allow the acute inflammation to happen in the first place. If you take care of things the way you're supposed to, not putting your sprained wrist in any protective thing, not putting it in a wrap, not elevating it. Rice does not apply here. Do not, yes, rest it, but don't ice it, don't compress it, don't elevate it. You want as much inflammation as possible at first. If you take care of that acute inflammation, then you won't have chronic inflammation. I know myself personally, when I first started, in the first year and a half, I had the same issue, and I would try to apply the RICE principle, RICE, rest, ice, compress, elevation, and guess what? A month later, I still had a sprained wrist. So one day, after reading Ripto's suggestion, I didn't do anything. I just let time heal it on its own, and voila, guess what? In 1 week, no wrist tendonitis whatsoever, completely healed. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Just let it heal on its own. Don't try to protect it. Don't take any painkillers. Don't ice it. Let inflammation and nature do its job. Until next time, I'm off to the gym.